So are we all finally getting vaccinated?
Yes.
Yes, for those of us who are not already vaccinated, I finally signed up actually. There are some people who are concerned about the predictable side effects. Like, I don't really get that. Like, would you rather the side effects be unpredictable? Like, oh, so and so just had their second shot and had headaches and fatigue. So predictable. So I also recommend another way to avoid COVID, which is to avoid public transportation and ride a scooter instead. Or as I do, ride a bicycle. Riding a bicycle is healthy because it's outdoors and it's cardiovascular exercise, and it's also environmentally friendly because a dead cyclist is a carbon neutral cyclist. Another way to avoid COVID is to laugh less. So with some of these COVID cases, they don't really know, whether to call them Taiwanese or foreign. Yeah, it's embarrassing in different ways, but either way, it's kind of like homosexuality. It's kind of like when you eat well-done steak with ketchup. It's like when Jeremy Lin took a Taiwanese passport in order to play basketball in China. So that gave me actually a lot of sympathy for the coronavirus itself. Because when people meet me, they also ask, where are you from? And then they stand back and ask, no, but where are you really from? And then they start the contact tracing process. And then when I tell them, they think I'm lying. Like I'll say, I'm from Taiwan. They'll be like, but your passport says China. And I'll say I'm American. They're like, but your face says mathematician. Or I'll say I'm homosexual, and they'll be like, but your dick says bisexual. It's very important. Speaking of dick, I've been trying to get out of being a professor and into doing stand-up. Actually, the job is kind of similar. We're both required to tell jokes on stage. But if you're a professor, when the jokes are not funny, you're supposed to keep going. Actually, another reason, there's also the pay of doing stand-up, but another reason I started doing stand-up is it seems that comics get laid a lot more often. Woo! Based on the way they talk about it. Yeah, and I could see a lot of that in myself because I also like talking about sex more than actually having sex. Yeah, I was in this, they call it an MSM SOPV the other day. Anyone know what that stands for? It stands for men who have sex with men, sex on the premises venue. I just call it a bar. I was with another friend of mine who's in the comic academic spectrum. Yeah, we're just there and we like talking, so we're surrounded by like this mountain people sea of men having sex with men on the premises, but we're just talking. We're talking about how to define a blowjob. Because the thing about blowjobs is you have to take breaks, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yes. And when you give a blowjob, you also have to take breaks, right?
Yeah.
Good. If you disagree, come see me after the show. So the question is, how long a break are you allowed to take before the blowjob is officially over? Because we were there, we were talking, and this guy next to us, who happens to be, by the way, a mental health professional, was complaining to us that we were interrupting his blowjob. And I was like, sir, if you have the verbal, mental, and oral capacity to complain to us in full sentences, then perhaps your blowjob is over. And by the way, that's when a linguist will call there's an underspecification of the temporal granularity. Yes, so we professors talk funny. But when we talk funny, we are not funny, you see. One reason we talk funny is because we like to display our status. We're very status conscious. Professors have basically 4 ranks. There are adjunct professors, and they're not adjoined to anything because they have no job security. There are assistant professors who are so busy trying to get tenure they don't assist anyone. And then when you get tenure, you become an associate professor. That's when you don't give a fuck anymore, so you don't associate with anyone anymore. And the full professors are full of something. I don't know. I'm not one of them. So the names of these ranks actually demonstrate a general principle of naming things. You name things after what you destroyed to make them. So for example, associate professors are made by destroying association. And those of you who visited this mall in Maryland called Lake Forest Mall, it was built by filling a lake and raising a forest. And some of you also have experienced Spirit Airlines, whose business is to destroy your spirit. Recently in the news, we've been hearing about the Palestinian territories.
Yes.
And here in Taiwan, we have Karagelan Boulevard. Thank you, my name's Ken.